Number 1623. This is a really neat geometry question. Let's see. Triangle ABC has AB equals 80, BC equals 45, AC, what happened there? BC equals 45 and AC equals 75. Okay, and we're dealing with some angle bisectors here. Okay, AB, you know what? We don't really care about the side lengths here. Don't mind the slightly out of scale diagram. So the key thing here is that like when you have these kind of like strange number side lengths, it doesn't really matter. If it was a right triangle, that would be important to notice, but if you see here, it's not a right triangle. So when you have these kind of arbitrary side lengths, it doesn't matter too much how you draw the diagram. The bisector of B and altitude to side AB. So bisector B, let's see, how do we draw that? It's going to look like that, right? Angle bisector, so we have these angles equal. Or I'll just label these both angles X. And then the altitude to side AB, so that's going to look like this. Altitude, so that's going to be forming a right angle here. That's 90 degrees. What is BP? And they intersect at BP. What is BP? And that's this length over here. Okay. 90, and then let's say this is 90 minus X, right? That's just a simple from the X. And then, okay, that's 90 plus X, right? We're immediately just getting these angles. That's just like the key thing here. 90 degrees are really nice for angles. Okay, 90 plus X, that's plus X. 90 plus 2X. So this third side is going to be 90 minus 2X. For us to find BP, that's this side here. Okay, so we know these side lengths. How are we going to find this one? So there's several ways to do this actually. The most intuitive one in my opinion is just to use trig. BP, BC, BC, that is a triangle, and we can use the law of sines. So BP over sine of 90 minus 2x, right? Sine of 90 minus 2x. Okay, but what is sine of 90 minus something? If you remember unit circle, what is sine of 90 minus something? If we have some angle here, and we have some angle, the sine of this angle, the sine of this 90 minus angle is just equal to cosine theta. So sine of 90 minus some angle is just cosine of that angle. So this is nothing. First of all, let's write our law of sines. BP over sine 90 minus 2x equals BC, or 45, over sine of 90 plus x. Okay, and some simplifications here. BP over cosine 2x, right? Because sine of 90 minus something is just cosine. And what else? 45 over sine 90 plus x. And here, the easiest way is just visualize the unit circle, right? Sine of 90 plus x, the same y-coordinate as sine of 90 minus x by reflection. So this is equal to sine of 90 minus x. But what is sine of 90 minus x? That's just cosine of x. So 45 over cos x. So if we can somehow find cosine 2x and cosine x, then we're just done, right? Because then we can easily solve. Let's move times cosine 2x to this side. And so this is our expression now. How do we find cosine of x? Cosine 2x? It's a law of cosines. Okay, so we have, there's actually a really neat simplification for law of cosines that, rather than writing out a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine c equals c squared and then simplifying it out, the easiest way, which might be a nice shortcut for future problems, it's just the law of cosines, substituted, is we just have 80 squared plus 45 squared minus 75 squared over 2 times 80 times 45, right? We have this squared plus this squared minus the side length squared over 2 times these side lengths. And we have that this is going to be equal to cosine 2x. It's just a law of cosine rearranged. A nice, shortcut for law of cosines might be good to keep in mind for future problems. Okay, so now we have this, it's equal to this. The first thing I noticed, there's a bunch of factors of 5. So rather than evaluating all these and adding it up, I'm just going to divide out by some factors of 5. So I'm going to divide by 25 to the numerator and 25 to the denominator to get 16 squared plus 9 squared minus 15 squared, right? Dividing by 25, divide by 5 inside of the square. Here we'll just say 2 times 16 times 9. And then here, the easiest way is just evaluate it. 256 plus 81 minus 225. That's going to be 31 plus 81, right? And then that's 112, right? Because 256, this minus this is 31, and then plus 81, that's 112. 2 times 16 times 9. Okay, so I really think good to know is 9 times 16 is 144. That's because you see 3 squared times 4 squared. So it's 12 squared, 144, over 288. And we can simplify this to get 28 over 72, or that would be 14 over 36, 7 over 18. So cosine 2x is 7 over 18. So we found the value of this, but what about cosine x? Well, we can use double angle formula. Cosine 2x is cosine squared minus sine squared, right? And we can also rewrite this. We want to find cosine of x, so we don't want to deal with any sine business. So let's just rewrite it as 2 cosine squared minus 1, right? That's one of the versions of this cosine double angle formula. And we have that this is equal to 7 over 18. And this is actually really nice. 2 cosine squared x equals 25 over 18. We divide by 2 to both sides. 25 over 36. So cosine of x is plus or minus 5, 6. But this is this is not, it's an acute triangle, so it's not going to be minus 5, 6. We don't have to worry about that. Also, that would cause BP to have a negative side length. So we just substitute all that in. Okay, and then we get cosine of x. Another alternative, we could have just used half angle, actually. That might have been easier now on second thought. 1 plus 7 over 18 all over 2. That gives you cosine of x itself. That's a little bit faster, but this is a little bit more intuitive, I would say, right? 45 over 5, 6 times 7 over 18. And we can just rewrite this as, let's say, 15 over 18, right? Just for... And then 7 over 18 over 15 over 18, that's just 7 over 15. So 45 times 7 over 15, giving us 21. And that is our final answer for this question. BP is 21. And so this is like the really neat, it's the most intuitive solution, I would say, right? We chase angles, we find out a neat law of sines relationship, and then we just solve for using cosine of x, using this triangle side lengths, and we get our answer. And there are other ways of solving this problem, I believe, using like altitudes and stuff. And that can be a nice, maybe slight shortcut, but I think it's really good to be equipping yourself with the most, sometimes in the contest, you're just going with the most straightforward way, just seeing these angles and just chasing them out. And it's really a very fairly neat computation, especially with these really nice number here that we got for cosine squared. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.